pleasant afternoon to all listening to this broadcast via whatever means. Today my presentation will be short. I would reinforce statements that I would have made in my previous presentations about the complacency and the lack of adherence to the COVID-19 protocols. We are still encouraged by the relatively low numbers of new infections reported daily, and warn that it is not an indication that all restrictions can now be lifted. However, we are still, as a task force, committed to easing restrictions as our vaccination coverage increases and new cases remain low. New regulations have been published since our last briefing, and these regulations will be in effect until November 18. Nothing has changed in these new regulations. The curfew remains in place from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Businesses are still required to cease operation and close by midnight so that persons can get to their residence before the start of the are still required to operate in a manner that allow for a physical distance of 6 feet between patrons, and the staff and patrons are all required to wear masks. Social and sporting events require permission from the police to avoid the inconvenience of having your event being stopped by the police or compliance team and being fined. To date, over 460 tickets have been issued to businesses and individuals for violations under the COVID-19 Act. These tickets carry fines up to $500, and the failure to pay the fine will result in a court appearance where the penalty upon conviction will be up to $5,000. We prefer not to have anyone fined, so that we ask that you adhere to all the COVID-19 prevention measures, wear face masks when in public, avoid crowds and crowded places, practice good hand hygiene and sanitization behavior, and if possible, get vaccinated. Thank you.
Thanks, Superintendent Henry.